just woke up feeling really hungry. Stomach was growling all night. I got up a few times thinking about food. But yeah, just can't wait till breakfast now.
I mean, last night I was really, really bloated. Actually, surprised, I think I might be feeling more hungry than normal.
Let's hope so, Modasser. You're about to face one of James's stomach-stretching fry-ups.
Do you think you get through all that?
Well, I can give it a go.
James is about to learn that patience is a virtue.
I'm missing something.
Unfortunately, it's one of them days where I don't have any breakfast.
Plenty of time to watch Modasser eating his then, James.
This is hurting me now, watching you eat that. I don't want to look. Watching him play with the food, I felt like just picking the fork up for him, shoving it down his throat and just telling him to eat. I feel really jealous, to be honest with you.
And if James has already suffered a touch of the green-eyed monster, this is where Modasser might start to feel a bit green around the gills.
This is what I normally have for a mid-morning snack.
This is not a snack.
Maybe not for you, Modasser, but the switch from colossal portions to empty plates has sent James's blood sugar plummeting, along with his patience.
Right, I'm going to leave you, because I can't watch you eat it. I'm too hungry.
Yeah, but...
Sorry.
Don't you think you should have a bit more willpower to, like, stick it out a bit longer?
Sorry, but I had to walk out because I couldn't look at food no more. If I looked at it anymore, I just would have grabbed it and run away with it.
My chances of finishing this are zero. To even consider this as a snack, I just wouldn't. It's just way too much. I just feel pissed off right now, mega, because trying to push yourself with something that you can call a snack is something what you try, but not by, like, putting another main meal in front of somebody like that. It's not right. You can only eat so much. That's just pure greed.
For the diet swap to work, both partners need to learn from watching someone else follow their eating regime. James's portions might have driven Modasser to tears, but by walking away, James shows a serious lack of commitment. To keep him on course, Dr. Christian wants to give him a glimpse of the future if he doesn't change.
I'm Mike. I'm 32 stone. I'm 54 years old. I started overeating when I was a child. As being big myself, for the amount of weight I carry in the bathroom, I soap up. I put all the soap on my body using liquid soap while I'm still sitting on the toilet, rather than have to stand longer. I would love to be able to take a bath, but I'd probably have to call somebody for help to get out of the bathtub. I finally received the gastric bypass in May of 2006, and I lost almost 300 pounds. But then I started gaining weight again because I went back to my old eating habits. I'm cheating myself. I'm sending myself to an early grave. James, if you want to make a difference in your life and your family's life, make a difference now.
Very shocking. So I come at the right time then, really.
So I want to send you off to America to go and see him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And spend some time with him and meet him and see how disabled he is by his weight.
It's lunchtime, and after receiving his poignant message from America, James is ready to face his first meal of the day, a small plate of chicken biryani.
Well, glad to see that you're eating something.
But as Modasser tucks into his supersized serving of fried chicken, coleslaw and rice, the earlier tensions come flooding back.
You really, really need to understand the fact that your portions are not right. They are not even slightly out of control, they are way out of control.
I feel exactly the same way about you, as in, You know, I just had to walk away earlier because I couldn't look at the food because I was so hungry, felt physically ill. So if that's how I feel, then surely you must feel the same way through the day by not eating enough food.
I think that's a no, James.
Come on in, Modasser.
To drive home the message of a healthy diet, Dr. Christian shows Modasser some of the conditions he and all undereaters risk developing if they deny their bodies essential nutrients.
With you, it's not just about weight. With the amounts that you're eating, you're not actually getting enough of virtually all of the important minerals and nutrients that you need, and long-term, that can lead to problems. This is all about fibre. If you don't have enough fibre, this is one of the conditions that you can develop, and this is called diverticulitis. And these are little hernia through the muscular wall of the gut. And you can imagine food gets stuck in those, and it gets infected, and it gets extremely agonisingly painful, and it bleeds. This slightly different picture.
Green stuff on somebody's face.
It's really quite horrible, isn't it? Yeah. This is a condition called seborrheic dermatitis, and it's a sort of build-up of skin flakes plus greases and oils that form these really not very nice white plaque. One of the causes of this is a deficiency in a vitamin called riboflavin, vitamin B2, and you find that in cereals and milk and animal products. If you eat very small quantities, if you're only getting 1,300 calories a day, you are deficient in this.
It's actually shocking, really. I thought it was just a simple factor of being underweight. It's definitely encouraging me to do something about it now, than leave it till later.
So how will the duo fare at dinner? For James, it's another empty plate.
I don't know how you survive on it. Really don't.
Modasser seems, finally, to be taking Dr. Christian's advice as he tackles his extra-large doner kebab.
I think what's actually surprised me today about myself would be the way I think about food and about the amount that I can actually consume. Putting it down to that, I've never really had that push.
That little bit extra.
Yeah, go a bit extra, you know what I mean? It'll do you good, that type of thing. You're always told never to eat more than what your body needs because it's just greed.
But you're under-eating and you're not getting enough calories a day, hence being underweight. Same as me, I'm eating 5,000, 6,000 calories too much per day, hence why I'm overweight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm totally done now, totally full. Don't look it, but feels it. Well. Thank you.
It seems our diet disasters have finally seen the light. Having reached the end of their stay in the feeding clinic, James and Modasser will be leaving with 12-week tailor-made healthy eating plans.
Being here for this week has flicked a switch in my head. You know, I know that my body can go without food now. If I miss a meal, I don't have to double up on the next meal.
There's been a roller coaster of emotions involved. If I've come through so far, I can't see myself backing out. I really want to carry on to see whether it makes a difference or not. This is it.
That's it, week over. Lovely to meet you.
You too, matey. Hope it goes well for you.
But before James and Modasser are reunited for their final weigh-in, Dr. Christian has flown James out to Miami to meet 32-stone Mike to see for himself the future he faces if he doesn't stop overeating.
The reason I'm here is to meet Mike, look at him and think I do not want to look in the mirror and see myself like that. And that is it.
Hi.
Hi, Mike, how you doing?
How you doing? Welcome to America.
Thank you.
Mike spends most of his day sat down in his reinforced chair. His legs have paid a terrible price in struggling to support his weight.
My legs, I retain water.
Right.
And discoloration is for poor circulation. And I've had times the skin opens up and starts oozing. It smells like hell. In the morning, my toes they look pretty good now, but sometimes they're like dark purple from poor circulation.
Right. Looking at his toes, there was green, purple, yeah, all sort of colours all over his toes. It was disgusting.
And his legs aren't Mike's only restriction. Obesity-related incontinence has also wrecked his quality of life.
One of the things that is probably a bad habit, but I have to do is, because my belly's so big and it overhangs, I have trouble standing up and going to the bathroom. So I have cups that I'm alone, so it's not embarrassing to just drop my drawers here and then tinkle in the cup and pour it out.
In the kitchen?
I do it here in the kitchen and then in the bathroom too. And in fact, I have people that won't even come in the house anymore because they say they can smell that.
It's really unhygienic, isn't it?
These are just habits that when you get past a certain weight, that you have to realize you have to accommodate yourself to make your life easier.
And Mike's struggles with hygiene don't end there.
Because of body problems, body waste and all, it just gets stained after a while. In the last 20 years, this is like the 10th bed I've had.
Really? You go through 2 beds?
I go through beds a lot.
It's a horrible way to live, and I could never see myself living like that.
You see all the difficulties, and that's just the tip of the iceberg.
I'm so determined not to end up like him, and I need to sort my diet out now. I know that.
So a few months later, has James managed to shift any weight, and has Modasser put any on? They're back to find out.
Very nervous about finding out my weight today. I know that I've lost weight. I've had to buy a new belt, new clothes, jeans, you know, so anxious to find out now.
James, welcome back. So, have things now changed?
The biggest thing is the portion sizes that I've changed.
Would you say things are improving now?
I take the children out to the beach every day, have a walk with them. I go to the gym every day now as well.